football. Oh, that is beautiful! That is one of the best goals of the tournament.
It's hashtag football on 216.
It's not DNA, it's RSA.
What a fantastic goal that is! Champ of champions.
It's football on 216. A very good evening to you and yours. Welcome to the arena where you have a scene that is designated just for you. My name is Itimeleng Khosigadiagabanda. Tonight, we'd like to welcome you to a night that is filled of celebration as we go down memory lane. A season that was filled with the goals, the grit, the glory, and every single sweat that made it all possible. Today, we will nominate the best players, the teams, as well as those coaches who really stood out and turned passion into what we call the beautiful game, really enjoyable as they gave us those magical moments on the field of play. But it can't just be me. It has to be the people who have been on the ground. If I was Jup, I was going to say Amarotoa, you know? And I want you to know what Amarotoa Babani. We have Amaroto, Iroto from
The big roto. The big roto.
Yes, the Roto on the ground. Know everything, right? Rapeleng Mokhaki, Mr. Kating Katong. You've heard that all season long. What has been your favorite Kating Katong moment? Make sure that you share with us on all social media platforms. Use that hashtag football on 216. In fact, you got to do it for us. Yeah?
Maybe it's not loser because it works nice when you're closing with it. So.
Oh, you sure?
Yeah. Perfect.
Do you have your
getting
own favorite Kating Katong moment?
It do. There's been a lot of cutting cartons, but the one that still outstands all of them, I think the Sonicam Singeli goal, I think it was the last season. That one's still standing out because the reason why it's standing out is because it really defined the real meaning of cutting carton. Because the free kick, it hits the post, and then it went inside.
Washa?
Cutting.
Kato. Well, Cape Town City Roses, that's where that Kating Katong moment came from. What is your favorite Kating Katong moment? As I've asked you, let us know. But if you don't like Kating Katong, and you probably like Pa.
Woo!
What has been your favorite moment from Lebogang Mahume? Let us know. But what has been your favorite moment this season?
I remember ku Jamestown Stadium, Sfiso wa Gopola, Mogaki wa Gopola, TS Galaxy against Resa, no simula ko mora. Ay, wa bona da. Wa bona mula. Ay, wa bona mula. Lolo. Simula ka khumana ndamano ko morago. Ebere liema, ebere lolo, ebere lolo. Ay, la lelo.
Computer, wait.
So, ke yone favorite because that's where go bo gore pha ile bele gate mo ne ke re pha fela. Then I decided gore e re ke extend bana ka re monate. So ke temo le belegile teng. I want that game up until today is still my number one.
Yeah. That is his favorite moment. What is your favorite moment from Ntwana Komawes? Let us know. But if mhlawumbe uphume KZN uthandela umfana omsuku i-male face bayithi sadansi sebo
Hi, Mamela.
You have to give me your favorite moment.
Shine bright like a diamond.
Yazi into yami mina le ntwana lezi ne manje ngangena zithi Sifiso sifuna ukukorela amagoli bayazi ke akekho umuntu othola amagoli answempo so ngicina ngingasazi mara le Shine Bright Like Diamond sokunikeza cause kuzobe namhlanje ne kwi official page ye Instagram ye SuperSport Schools ma reels ihamba phambili ngama views. We are about what?
Over 1 million.
No, after a month.
Just a month, be 2 million.
2 million.
Yeah, what man release ingoma mina ngashama platinum.
Master chef mfana.
So yes, totally.
Yeah.
In a month, be 2 million.
That is crazy.
I think ama views akona hamba kuboma 300 and something million views.
Now I've been accused on the show. I'm always asking you guys what your favorite moments have been. My favorite moment in the Gauteng Development League has to be Machageng. That is definitely my favorite moment.
Yazi ngikhumbuza umuzi likule ya interview abantu. Wavele wahleka ku-it like Machageng no ari.
That is my favorite moment, but there have been so many moments that stand out in the Gauteng Development League, and that's why we're going down memory lane. And today we're actually nominating the positional players, the coaches, and the teams that really have stood out this season. These gentlemen are the ones who are responsible. So I will be throwing in names that they gave to me, and they must tell us why these individuals have stood out. I have my phone because Sangama 2K. So we're going to do it like that, okay? We're going to start with the under-19s, and this is the best goalkeeper. If you remember, the under-19 division was won by Mamelodi Sundowns. So let's go through it. We have Mitchell Barry from Randburg. I'm going to guess that that's Ora. Let's talk about it. Well, the names are up, right? Mitchell Barry from Randburg. We have Gennaro Johnson from Cape Town City and Londiso from St. Stephen's College. Let's start with Mitchell Barry.
Yeah, I think Mitch Berry showed a lot of improvement. I think also the coaching personnel at Randburg. We know Randburg AFC always produced good goalkeepers. I mean, they come, they go, they get chances to play on the other teams. But I think in terms of improvement, he came through. Remember, there was Mabaso as a goalkeeper, under 19, there was Mabaso. Then after that, Mitch came in. And give it to the coaching personnel at Randburg for the goalkeepers, because these boys, you can really see that they get good coached.
It also comes from you, Libs.
Yeah, no Libs.
Yeah. Kgetsi ya ka bona le ka bona le kotsi thata lele. Le kotsi thata ke rata le ka mogomoga ke banka teng gore awareness ya gagwe o itse gore go diragalang around ene. And a bona mo short stopping o blind. A wa gana ene ke rata le gore o tshameka every now and then gore o phela wa o tlwaetse gore wa se owner sport se le sa number 1 jersey ko Randburg. So for me go bona le ka bona le lenye ya le dira ka mo go le dirang ka teng, I'm very proud and gape go amakatsa because ba teng bolwandiso ga de ba bantsi ba araba bitsa today, but looking at Mitchell Barry it's like ay lalela.
Yeah, into esifuna ukuyiconfirm mina edokuthini ukuthi sibe nama nominations amaningi and then that decide ngoba ngeke kube wonke.
You have to cut it down to the top 3. Yeah, but ngivumelane nabo because by 2 baye bangidlula. Yeah, I just want to remind you at home, if you've just joined us, these are the nominations that are from the best goalkeeper, the under-19 division. These are the names, the top 3 that have stood out to us. It's Mitchell Barry from Randburg AFC, Gennaro Johnson, Cape Town City, and Londiso Khatebe, St. Stephen's College. Let's go to Gennaro Johnson, Cape Town City.
He stood between Panorama le final. Remember gore a re mmone more often Gennaro maar go mmona ga no signal is fiso ko Pitori. I saw something
different. Once and you were convinced?
We only saw him once.
Of course, yeah, it's Cape Town City.
We only saw him once, ne? For this guy on a character, abang khobotsa le ka bona le ka mo natural nga se mitse ka lead mara ke ntwana ka bona the character nang lone, the driver nang lone kgetera o se bile penalty tse serious mfanola. That's why I'm saying he was between finally between gore ke ne ba eme Panorama ko pele. He was the difference between Panorama and the final. We can engineer so our blind. Remember I remember every week. But what we saw in a day I called.
Beqedile okunyana itu phela must nominate futhi sibuye sibheke nama stats. I mean knockout challenge ase Cape Town, goalkeeper of the tournament, champ of champs, goalkeeper of the tournament. Bese sobe senza injustice enkulu if wasimnominate umuntu.
And then the other thing as well, we touched on the goalkeeping position on the other day. What stood out for me when I saw Gennaro playing, it was the fact that he can play from the back. You can see how comfortable he is on the ball.
Whenever so even if they play with 3, he can fill in.
You can see how he plays the ball. He's not afraid to play the ball across the face of his goals, going to the other defender. So that confidence as well speaks volumes for me.
Oh, man. That is Mr. Gennaro, and you know, Lina Laulikot. But 2K won't understand. David Gennaro. Right, and then we have Londiso Khatebe. Obviously, we know that he's a national team player, also at Mamelodi Sundowns, but at school level, he's at St. Stephen's College. Need I say more?
Nah,
Star play, the experience already on experience I mean, he played for Mamelodi Sundowns and Ramone from a very young age, a local national team set up. So you can see and the coaches are taking notes for him. Later, chance. I mean, moving to Mamelodi Sundowns shows gore phela go Sundowns o kene fela. It shows gore o dirile something e le gore batho ba ntse ba paletswe go e dira. So for me, I'm not shocked go mmona ko listing.
I think also it's like Lwandiso saw the nominations over the weekend because I watched their game when they played against Japan. If you go look at that game and see the saves that Lwandiso made, you can see why his name is on that list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also a national under-17 player out in Chile, well, in Chile, actually, at the World Cup, where we crashed out in the round of 32. Not just there, we also have the privilege of seeing him in the Gauteng Development League.
Mabheka mfethu sikhuluma ngoLandiso ne. Wonke umuntu uthe mayeza nje mawulinko oqala ukuthi sinominate ama-goalkeeper emakhanda becanga uLandiso. Asingakuphiki lokho. So i3 sikhethe uLandiso. Hayi.
I mean, it's a show where we want to interact with you. We want to give you a voice. Let us know who has been your standout goalkeeper. In fact, all the positions that we're going to be going through, who has been your standout players within their respective positions. Use that hashtag football on216. Now, that's the last man of defense. In front of him, there are soldiers, and these are the soldiers who protect that last line of defense. Let's get into your defenders of the season. Under 19s, Vincent Sithole, Mamelodi Sundowns, BK Mukokoti, Kaizer Chiefs, and Thiago Khan, hero, but he's also at Panorama.
Bafethu salabana Vincent Sithole adlala.
Yeah.
Vincent Sithole. Amfana lo blind ntwana. Have you seen someone le gore o tshameka ka re we won? It's like o dlala le one mo ground Vincent Sithole. And he's tall, he's got the structure, he's tall, na le mmele, he's got awareness, na le technique. Remember technique e botlhokwa yang kgetela motho. Ha o ka dira phoso go morago le jilo. So for me Vincent Sithole, the way I link like the awareness ntwana, the passing range ya gagwe,
Distribution.
for me, I feel like even the CDM a ka edlala Sithole. Ka mo go a leng confident ka teng and ka mo go a leng decisive ka teng ga decision making ya gagwe. I mean, he can do short passing, he can defend, he can even long pass. So for me, Vincent Sithole, I am lalela.
Yeah.
I'm Nandi.
Yeah, I think also when I talk about Mamelodi Sundowns, why these players are outstanding, like Vincent Sithole. Remember, they have a backline coach, they have a midfielder coach, they have
Positional coaches.
Positional coaches, but I think also Vincent Sithole, the awareness, not the fastest, but you know the fact that he can read the game so well. I mean, you can give him the fastest striker ever, but the reading of the game, the anticipation of the game for Vincent Sithole, I think it makes him outstanding.
What makes this all exciting is the fact that you guys are using terms that we learned in Koska's.
Yes,
I love it so much. Koska must be so proud. He must be so proud, right? Let's move on to the next one. BK Mukokoti from Kaizer Chiefs. We know that he has been captain of the national team. He was out injured lately. He is on the wall, number 2 when it comes to the national team. Let's just talk about BK. Doesn't say much. Maramo Kolingedi now. You shaking your head.
BK Mukokosi. Mfana, I suppose he's the key national team captain.
Yeah.
That's not a fluke, Ntwana. BK Mukokosi, the command. So I even heard ka interview, no, I'm not playing for me. I'm playing for my teammates.
Yeah.
So you can see the leadership quality. Yeah, BK. I mean, I suppose mona le mo. E le gore fela ke botlhoko gore o na le injury a gona go tsama. But BK Mukokosi, he's one for the future.
Star player.
He's one for the future.
Yeah. We did see him, obviously, when they were out at the AFCON. He was also one of the standout players, football stage. Had him up week in, week out.
Yeah.
He is one of those that really is a fan favorite.
I know lalela lapha ni defender ke leli. Yabona leli ke defender. Masikhuluma nge defender sikhuluma abantu abakanje. The international. Ukhona
the international.
But I hope ukuthi injury yakhe ngeke imkhawathi imbuyisele emumva kakhulu. Yabo ngoba nginokho ngithule ngiyacabanga nemasiloko esikhuluma. Ama-defender bemaningi.
Maningi.
I mean, khona bomgijimi bolisiho mkayi. So ukuthi sibakhethe labantu laba kusho khona benza something enkulu. I mean, uzothola uBK. uBK akusumuntu ozothatha ibhola lodlala ibhola makhabela phambili dum. Uyenza phambili uyakwazi ukudlala. La,
command
aye phambili aye emuva. Hayi star.
Lalela.
Yeah, no, I think
Ke haraka sentle sentle.
Ula, hey.
Slaver, wala isa ne re ba bitsa bo slaver. Yeah, but I think BK as a captain, I think he deserves to be the captain. Look at Kaizer Chiefs, we know una lo hapara the captain's armband. Like Majida Bachelo, I think the only saddening thing is the injury that he got before the World Cup. But I think he still has time. Time. Remember, the Under-17 World Cup will play each and every 2 years. So I think he still has time. And we're hoping to see him again next season.
Yeah.
Because that's the only time that he can come back. But I think he is one that has been outstanding for this year as well. Coming from those trophies that he lifted, I think he's buffed up now because of that.
And last but not least, Thiago Khan, he sat on that couch. Panorama FC actually sat there with Coach Boy. Yes, let's talk about Thiago Khan. We've seen him move from different teams. We've followed Thiago Khan.
Thiago Khan.
Thiago Khan. From Sundowns, a defender, edlala enswembu. Waya Panorama. But manje sifocusa kakhulu kuphi mayisesikoleni. Nasesikoleni sakhona mfethu uyadlala uThiago Khan. Kodwa kakhulu kwiPanorama mfethu bekungehla lesingamkhethi as umuntu othathe iPanorama ingakazi yayo kwi-engine.
Bawin.
Yeah, bahamba baya ku-Champ of Champs. Angithi khumbula phela ukuthi ngishilo ukuthi kwezinye asikhethi ngamehlethu, siphinde sikhethe nangama-stats.
Yes.
Player of the tournament, defender of the tournament, kuphi? Engine knockout. Stats siyamvumela.
Yeah.
Why is ngobani singamfaki? Thiago Khan.
Yeah, Mnandi Mnandi is part of the family here at Football on 216. In fact, all these nominees are part of the family. Let's move over to the midfielder of the season. We could say so much, but these are the standout midfielders as far as Football on 216 is concerned. Kamohelo Marilete, Mamelodi Sundowns, Sevens Academy, we've got Pharrell Ricketts, and also Joshua Taylor. He's from John Ramsey High School. Let's start with Marilete. I'm going to give that to you, Spiso.
Yeah.
I'm going to, I have to give it to you.
Yabona Kamohelo.
Yeah.
Marilete. Banu waseSoweto.
Washa.
Ikaslam.
Yeah.
Ikaslam.
Yeah.
Ikaslethu.
Yebo.
Amakasa yafa.
Washa.
Ngamka lento leyo ngambona oqala ngimbona ne from kwi-Chiefs and then wasuka wayodlala. There was a tournament esasiyenza la SuperSport schools. Chabalala. Tournament. Edlala laphana. So ngambona ukuthi uyawazi kasi. Uyalazi etshanini.
Yeah.
Ku-Sundowns manje usePretoria lazi. So bheka.
Ekapeti.
Bheka. So
Qatar uyalazi.
Soweto ikasi labo.
Yeah.
Sundowns ikasi labo. eQatar ikasi labo. Ikasa yafana noma ikuphi.
Ayekela.
Isho kanjani?
Masiyekela.
Isho kanjani?
Asivale akasivale.
Masiva. Pharrell Ricketts.
Yeah.
Sevens Academy. This is an exciting one, especially because Sevens Academy this season was one of those teams where we're just like, the players just keep on improving.
You know what? Pharrell Ricketts also he came. He sat somewhere there. And what I can tell you about him, I think he improved a lot on his game. I think the first time we saw him, we saw something on Pharrell. But the unfortunate part is we don't see more games that he plays. But the games that we saw him play, I was counting to Spiso to say there was a game that we did at Joburg City. He carried the team. If they say someone is carrying the team, they're talking about Pharrell Ricketts. Going forward, coming back and helping the team to defend. We did another game at Katoras Hyper. Pharrell Ricketts, I think he even scored on that game. So I think he is one that we must look out for as well.
Yep, and Joshua Taylor, under-17 national team player. We do know that he's also captain out in the Western Cape. I mean, he's also one of those where first impressions last and they count.
Utlile ke mofile nickname ntwana ya trend. Itse ke mona ko engine. Taylor moving swiftly.
Taylor Swift.
Taylor moving so swift. Mfano just like the goalkeeper yabone Gennaro. We never saw him like a couple of times. But once we saw him, that boy, Taylor, he was moving swiftly. So for me, I'm not shocked from Mona Levale. For the fact that first impression, last. So Remono ukhona go dira eng le ka so ya ke makale. I'm Nandi le.
Yeah, well, let's wrap it up by just reminding you as to who is nominated within those positions. This is the midfielders of the season, the top three that stands for us. We have Joshua Taylor. We also have Kamohelo Marilete and Pharrell Ricketts from Sevens Academy. Moving swiftly along from Taylor Swift. We have been saying that South Africa has a problem when it comes to the striking department. We're not getting the balls at the back of the net. And these are the players that stand out as far as the Gauteng Development League is concerned. Start at the top with Coach Vela Khumalo. He says this is probably the best striker we're going to get in the next generation. Sean Els, Kaizer Chiefs. Arthur Will Henson, that is Rapeling's child from SuperSport United, and Bahrain Libesane from Virginia High School. Let's start with Sean. Obviously, national team player, Kaiser Chiefs player, now actually seeing him play for DDC.
Can I take it? Because I think, guys, I love this story that I always tell about Sean Els.
Yeah.
Guys, we saw Sean Els playing Sevens Academy.
Yes.
And then, like we always say, Majid, we will always agree on a player to say, there's something there. And we see him once, twice. The next thing, he's at Kaiser Chiefs. He went there, he didn't fit in like a glove. I mean, you know, from Sevens Academy, big batch and everything, he had to adjust a bit. When he adjusted, he didn't play long. He was in the DDC on Vela Kumalo's team.
Yeah.
Not so long.
And he scored in the DDC
He scored.
recently before he went to the Under-17 World Cup.
That's a good story. I mean, Sevens Academy Chiefs, from Chiefs under 19 to DDC, then the national team, then you still score at the national team as well. And I listened to the interview that Vela Kumalo did about, you were doing that interview actually with Vela Kumalo after the DDC game, talking about Sean Els to say he's something special that, I mean, you know, he's substituting with Neo Butlugu. We know Neo is very, very Butlugu. And then, I mean, Sean Els comes in and then performs. So I think he's one to watch, Sean Els. He's a good
You
one
know
to
what we say right here, the tagline for Football on 216. Mamnandi mnandi. Ayekela mfana.
ngeke bakuthathele no yabo mina ngiyathanda ukuvuma if bengi-wrong yena umuntu if bengi-wrong and then ngithi bengamboni kahle angifuna ukutshela manga Sean Els bengamboni especially mayifika kwi-Chiefs bengiyibuza ukuthi because mayifika laphana bengakori bengathola ibhola
Yeah.
hayi kunegame esihamba sayoyenza evale midvan
Yeah.
washaya 2 goals
Washa.
le viki washaya 2 goals next week wayakudidisi wakora ngathi hayi sengiyavuma
I remember us talking to Coach Vela Kumalo, and we were vouching for Will Henson, right? And we wanted him to be part of that striking department. And he was like, he is good. We're not saying he's not good, but we have so much talent. But the fact that he makes top 3, for me, puts a big smile on my face.
Coach Koskarino William Malova, Ribery striker. Mereko striker ke go dira eng?
Ke go kora.
Is to score goals.
Bradley Grobler.
Mfana. Mereko striker ke go is to score goals.
Yes.
And Arthur Will Henson, week in, week out, he scores goals. Even if Timerari doesn't do well, but he will score. So for me, and every time I give him, like, Rentwana, you scored today. Yeah, Grotman, you know, 2 goals. And he goes and scores. So for me, I'm not surprised. I mean, Arthur Will Henson, the consistency, every time, easy to score.
Yeah.
But every week in, week out, he scores a goal. And like did he make, even if it's quiet in the game,
Miracle.
give the ball to Arthur Will Henson. He's got the technique on the shot. Yeah, he can strike a ball, Arthur Will Henson. He's aware and he can score from anywhere, from any angle.
Yeah.
And why the pole doesn't move. So whenever a receiver, even if he go quarantine, he knows where the pole is. So for me to see Arthur Williamson alite mol because the boy can score, eh?
Yeah.
That's what we call the striker's instinct.
Yeah.
That's why they say if you're a striker, be where it's hot in the kitchen. So he's always there.
Yeah.
You know, when he has the ball, he's always there. Football Stage gave him a nickname, says anytime goal scorer.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Let's talk about unearthing new talent. Many people may not see Virginia High School play all the time, but Waheng left a lasting impact when you guys got to see.
no yabona lesiyani strike loya muntu loyana ke uyokorayo mina ngangithe mangichecka lana mangomsession nje ku Facebook usession ku Facebook bheka ama post akhe kuvela ukuthi ukorile and national team
Yeah.
player le national team lana so and ukhumbula phela ukuthi Virginia intswebo
It's ba.
phela iVirginia lapho phuma khona yoSipho Mbuli yoTeo Khomokwena lapha baphuma khona
Yeah, yeah.
lapha bathi mabeza lana I think was last year beze ku Champ of Champs sambona futhi and uShinet phela
Yeah.
phela
Iftabula mane.
udabula manet straight
It's been exciting. I'm excited to see Jorgimang Atlofenyang within the respective categories. I know you guys have your own favorites, but you also have your own favorite and you get to have your say. It's hashtag football on 216. We're unearthing new talent. We give those future stars their time to shine. You want to make sure that you go absolutely nowhere. This is the nominations edition of Football on 216. And that's what we're doing all night long, even in the coach's corner. Go nowhere. Well, it's Football on 216, proudly brought to you by Suzuki. Welcome to Coach's Corner if you've just joined us. Now, this is where we normally dive deep into analysis. Tonight, because we're doing the nominations for the end of the season awards, we will show you why these players, why these coaches, or why these teams are the standout teams for the family right here on Football on 216. All the sweat, all the tears, all the drama, all the skills, and all of those moments have been all so worth it. And that's why tonight we get to reflect, we highlight them, and hopefully very soon we'll be celebrating them. Our coaches in the corner, Koskari.
I heard you guys were banging it.
Did
in
you
the first
hear?
segment. Guys, I'm proud of you. Eh?
Awareness,
You're
tactical
fascinated.
awareness.
I was fascinated.
But tactical awareness.
Yes. I heard some half spaces. I'm like,
Yeah, well, that's exactly what you do in this segment. You have to have your pen, your paper. But if you are a fast learner, just sit there, just listen. And if you have any questions, do interact with us. As I said, it's the nominations edition. We're going to start with the team of the season, right? And this is the standout teams for Coscareño that this season deserve a big round of applause.
100% Nzalaki. Good evening, guys. Yeah, so look, it has been a long season, and most of these teams, the three teams that I've picked, I believe we need to do justice to football. If we didn't pick any of them, it wouldn't have been justice. But in my opinion, and with regards to the numbers don't lie. So they spoke to me, and
So when we look at the numbers, are we looking at the numbers based on the circumstance and the situation the teams were in, or are we just neutrally saying, even though Mara?
100%.
100%.
So it doesn't depend on circumstance only.
Okay.
Football is played in the field of play, and if you have 11 players, I have 11 players, we compete, I win, you get to be a loser. Yeah. So with regards to the numbers, and you'll see that a lot of the teams that I've nominated, they have good numbers. I will speak about the consistency index, which is simply how consistent a team was in collecting points. And if you have a consistency index of more than 2, you were likely to collect more than 2 points, which is guaranteed 3 points. And if you had a consistency index of less than 0, 0.9 until 0.0, you were not collecting enough points. So that means you were not consistent in collecting points.
And the coach, we confirm ukuthi masikhuluma ngama numbers ne. Umuntu obukele la uthi hayi thina maybe siyiCatholic Hyper Academy sayidla leya team ukuthi wayidla kukhulunywa ama numbers hayi ukuthi ngoba wayidla kumele kube ama numbers asewu.
Angithi manje this is a marathon, so we're not sprinting to the finish line. Yeah, so
I think also, Koska, I think at this point it's really important to explain to a person who doesn't understand Gauteng Development League to say in a weekend, this is how many games you'll play as a club in their respective divisions, and how many points are at stake, and what do those points mean at the end of the season?
No, 100%. So look, GDL has got teams that have 5 divisions, and some of them have got 4. So we start with under 13s, under 14s, 15s, 17s, and 19s. And all of these teams have to accumulate and collect points. And at the end of the day, a team that has collected maximum points gets to be on the safer side, because we have relegation. We also have top 8 that we have to play on. We have the prestigious, which is the number 1. So collecting of points, that's why we speak of consistency. Are you consistent enough to collect maximum points during the day or not? You see, so let's get to the teams.
So it's brotherhood indeed. Let's get to the teams that Coscareño has picked out. These are the top 3 teams. The best upcoming team nominations. It's Randburg AFC, Highlands Park, and Panorama FC. Upcoming teams is the key word.
Yes.
So it's teams that basically have improved
100%.
from what we've seen in the previous years.
So the nominations came about us sitting down as a technical team of the Coach's Corner.
The technical team.
Yes. I can you have coaching badges now.
Yes.
So guys, the accumulation of points is the first criteria we used, and also the consistency index in terms of these teams. Look, we have Randburg that has got 4 teams in the top 8 next year. We've got Panorama that has just won the Engine Cup, and they also have 4 teams in the top 8. Mamelodi Sundowns, they've been sweeping people off, but these are upcoming teams. A lot of people will ask at home that, but why is Mamelodi Sundowns or Kaizer Chiefs not there? Those teams are already established, but we are looking at upcoming teams. So Randbeck AFC, like I said, they have 4 teams in the top 8, and also Panorama has got 4 teams. And if you have a look at both teams' consistency, they have been consistent in terms of collecting points. But again, go and look at the log table and see how many goals they score compared to how many goals they concede. So that's why they are there. Those 3 teams, Highlands Park also is in the same bracket.
Koska, what's interesting also about these teams is when you track the work that's being done off the pitch in terms of the institutions themselves and the brands. Highlands Park will remember yesteryear was defunct at some point, and we're just like, is this team ever going to come back? But they were doing work behind the scenes. Panorama FC, we know that they start from under 7, under 6. And when it comes to Randbeck AFC, we're always swept away. Rapeleng would know. But they always improvements, and also with the people that they're bringing into the institutions.
No, look, I have to give credit where it's due, and we need to give credit to the chairmen of the clubs. Even Resa was very close. They were very close
to making the top 3.
Making the top 3. Katras Hyper were very close also because they performed very well in the Engine Knockout Challenge. You know what I mean? But give credit where it's due, and the chairmen are doing a fantastic job. Look, it doesn't always end there. The coaches are also equipping themselves with knowledge, with the skill to upbring our kids from the grassroots level and get them to a competitive stage. Your Mamelodi Sundowns now are they might struggle with teams like your Katras, Amatimo Sekasi, your Resa, but that shows improvement. That's why we have these 3 teams as upcoming teams, because whatever that's happening behind the scenes is being taken care of diligently, and they are intentionally improving their systems.
As a chairman, Linda and Zalaki. Now, if I want to be in the top 3, Linda, as a club, maybe I can polish, because we all want to be so as a team, on the top 3, what can I do as a team?
No, it starts with obvious things. It's collection of points, being consistent in the field of play. But again, what filters down to what we are looking for, we sort of like look at the detail of how you manage your team, the diet of your players, that plays a big role. Your physiology, do you have physicians within your club? And look, take nothing away from Amatimo Sekasi. Now, if we team Sekasi, you can go to your varsities and get interns who are doing these courses so that they can do time on your club, so that you can also elevate and get to standard to where the football is going.
I want to take it to the logs, because the numbers don't lie, right? Let's get into the logs that you used also to compile the best top 3. These are the logs for the under 14s. Right at the top is Kaizer Chiefs, but let's go to the teams that you chose specifically.
Look, look at Highlands Park. Highlands Park, 4th. And they have a consistency index of 1.2, which is safe. So 1.2 consistency index, goal conceded. They concede 1.2 goals per game, and they also score 1.5 goals per game. So they stand just there. And the reason why they are on number 4, this is under 14, remember. Mohamed Bamji has swept people away with those 12 points gap. But Highlands Park, Panorama, and Randbeck, unfortunately, on the under 14s, they were just short of 2 places to jump onto the top 8. But what matters the most to me is that, guys, if you have a healthy goals scored per match, then you stand a good chance of climbing up the table.
Let's cross over to the under-19s and take a look as to what that's looking like, because that's also something that plays a big part. And also, these are the players that then get promoted into the DDC. That's if they do get promoted.
100%, even in the first team. So Mamelodi Sundowns, obviously, we know they are the winners, but look at Highlands Park, look at Randbeck, and also Panorama is just out, 3 places out. But again, the detail is the 2.4 that you see for Highlands Park, which is they collect 2.4 points per game. That consistency speaks for itself. And if you have a 0.8 goals against per match. You're conceding less than one goal
Less than one.
per match. So it gives you a healthy sort of like goal difference in that manner. And look at the bottom teams. The two bottom teams have struggled a lot. Those red, they struggle a lot. 0.8, you are not scoring enough. You're not being consistent enough. So I think improvement is there, but again, guys, the attention has to be paid into the detail.
Yeah. What's exciting about these awards, right, is that those are the teams that we're looking at. But they are people who sit week in, day in with these players to produce the goods and make the results. What makes a good development, and I know we've asked this throughout the whole season, and we've asked it to various people, we haven't asked you actually. What makes a good development coach?
Look, for me, it's a reflection. See yourself in your players. If you can reflect as a coach and see yourself in your players, then you know that you are doing your work diligently and you are intentional about it. If a coach is intentional about his work, he can transfer the skill easily.
Yeah, well, these are the three coaches who have stood out, intentional men with their teams. SK, that is from Mamelodi Sundowns under 17, Baba Mnguni, Highlands Park under 19, and Mr. Bamji from Kaizer Chiefs under 13, unbeaten, under 14. Like, do we call them under 13, under 14? I still see those kids as under 13s, but they're under 14s now. They're under 14s now. But let's talk about those three gentlemen.
Can I start with Mikel Arteta Bamji? Yeah, no, Coach Bamji deserves his flowers, guys. This gentleman has gone and surpassed his own records. He's unbeaten in I don't know how many games. He's scoring goals. He is also, guys, the word intentional is very important. He's so intentional about what he's doing. And Mohamed, what I also like about him is that he is a true reflection. He sees himself in these boys. You know what I mean? So give credit where it's due, and Mohamed definitely deserves to be.
May we also add that Mohamed Bamji is not just the coach for Kaizer Chiefs, he's also coaching at school level. So the mere fact that he's able to produce the goods with under 14s of Kaizer Chiefs that he started with at under 13s. This season they lost, what, 2 games?
Is it 2?
Yeah, 2 games.
That is insane.
Galaxy end? Because I remember the GS Galaxy
it's like
lost.
2 games. That is insane. But let's take a look at some of the work that Coach Mohamed Bamji has produced.
100%.
It's been sensational. It's been insane. I want you to take us through it, and also the intentionality that you're talking about.
Fascinating stuff. I want us to have a look at the structure. Offensive play for Mohamed Bamji's team. Guys, these are under 14s. 12, 13, 14-year-olds. They are in possession, but look how disciplined their offensive structure is. And you'll see that when one boy inverts, there's an exchange of position, there's rotations happening. It's just mesmerizing to see them play.
What's also exciting about these players, and you guys having commentated Mohamed Bamji's team, these kids know when systems aren't working for them, and they know how to alter it themselves.
Bafundisile lokho uMamelodi Bamji. Kuneplayer mfethu laphana bathi uDivon Odendal show number 4.
Yeah.
Defender.
I know a star. And when a coach masikhuluma ngoMohamed Bamji, ungasho ukuthini ngaye omunye umuntu uzothi ubheka kakhulu ukuwina more than development. Ungavuma ungaphika because ukukhumbula ukuthi abanye bazothi development kumele ushintshe structure sakho lapho nalapho. Mohamed Bamji siyazi team yakhe siyayazi. Inganathi saliwe. Siyazi wayijukutsha ahlelele siyazi lapha Simane. Yabona? Hero.
No, look, Sfiso, I believe lo mbuzo ubuza is a very good question, and we also need to understand why are we in the game. The reason why we are in the game is firstly to enjoy, but also to win games. Because you have to stimulate these players by winning games. If you are losing a lot of games and changing structures every week and then, they are not motivated to play the game. But if we are creating a winning culture, what's stopping us from creating a winning culture and going up? Because that's what development is all about. We're not only developing physically and psychologically, but we're also developing you in terms of your psyche to be able to win games and know how to win games.
I remember when I like how no bua reflection. Coach ke morata nthata le mo kona sala bua one thing. Before you become a very good player, you must be a very good person first. So Coach Mohamed Bamji utlile mo are before they play, ne? Tshwantse e nne batho ba siameng pele. You need to be a very good person before you become a player. So that shows that father figure building the reflection e le gore ke yone e tsenyang baneng o nagana botlhokwa ba yone ke eng for him to instill that mentality gore itse keng before you become a player you need to be a very good person first. So I think ke molwane so wena o nagana gore e kentse eng mo go bona that mentality a ba feeling yone.
Ntsala ke being a football player is secondary because you are a person first.
Yeah.
And holistically speaking, a person has they bleed, they have emotions, you know what I mean? But we need to take that element and hone it so that we can get it into a football space. And once we get it into a football space, some of us are in this game for a different reason.
Yeah.
The reason why I'm in the game is because I have used my passion to impart godliness into the game. You know what I mean? So when you have that passion and you can sort of like extend yourself to that manner, you forget about football or football players. You are now dealing with human beings. And once you are at that level, anything is possible.
You know, I love everything that you've said because that actually makes sense as to why we normally say, why is it that all the coaches are the ones that actually get teams to the promised land?
Yeah.
Baba Mnguni, for instance.
Eish.
Highlands Park. You know, but that's a Godfrey. But let's talk about Baba Mnguni. You know what I mean? Let's talk about Baba Mnguni.
Look, another gentleman that pays attention to detail.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you why. It's because what I've learned this season about Highlands Park, under 19 specifically, is that you do not disregard set plays.
Oh.
Set
Those are
plays,
easy points to collect or
Yes.
goals.
set plays wins you matches. A good defensive structure wins you a league. If you have a solid defense, you can be able to compete. Baba Mnguni has been solid. He's built a rock solid foundation. And it's not easy to penetrate Highlands Park.
Liam van der Ross.
Exactly. Exactly. And when I started profiling individual players, I started off Ngalumfana Upokemon, who's playing central defensive midfield.
Teula, yeah.
Guys, such a profile of a player is renowned to be excellent in Baba Mnguni's structure because he can defend, he can attack, he can do. There's a terminology. If Orapeleng was here, we would be laughing. There's an old terminology that we used to. We called it a donkey whack.
Okay.
So basically, if Baba Mnguni can be able to impart such knowledge in players, I'm telling you, striker Saka Baba Mnguni can play a defender.
Show me that. Let's go to the illustration.
Let's
and
go.
if there's any striker here that you think can play defense, show it to
Definitely
me.
not
Show it to
Orapeleng.
me. Here's a set piece that they master.
If you master this, guys, it's easy. It's easy on the screen. Visionary Football Solutions will show it to you as if it's easy, but it's not easy to train this because these are things that wins you leagues. You get a point, you get 3 points, whether it's a set play or a tap in or a toe poke, it's a gold.
Yeah.
It's a gold.
Yeah.
Kusho ukuthini ngocoach ukuthi njengoba Baba Mnguni uyiwine I think bekungokwe-3 ubewina i3 kulandelana ne kusho ukuthini ukuthi ama-player akho lawo wathembile ngibona i-football stage bayapostile ama-player Highlands Park under 19 ayahamba but na next year still ukwazi ukubuilda enye team ecishe ifane nale nswembu kusho ukuthini ngawe as a coach lakho.
Look, njengoba ngisho Sifisa ukuthi i-reflection, it's not easy but it's easy again because coaches, you need to be used to that progression. We need to develop for the next level. And when you get a crop of players, you have to have a system that works well for you so that when you get a new crop, these ones that are remaining behind, they can seamlessly integrate these ones so that when these ones leave, the other ones are coming. So it's not easy to lose players and key players for that matter. But again, it's easy to integrate and get a seamless system going if you are Baba Mnguni.
Well, talking about that seamless system, some coaches do battle when they move from one age division to the next. SLK Mohale, now under 17s, we knew him at under 15. Can you do the dance for me, please?
I will get a child. analyze ama-dance wakhe.
But let's talk about Coach Mokhale. Obviously, we know him from under 15. He was dominating with under 15. Now he's at under 17. We're talking about that integration and just that change. You're dealing with different people, different age group that demands more than where you come from.
I believe the key word here is demand. The demand of the game is scary, guys. It's very, very scary.
Yeah.
And for Coach Mokhale, he's been involved in, I stand corrected, in more than 50 games this year alone. And imagine the players, the mileage. It's tiring, it's exhausting. So the year is not even finished yet for him. Because I know that he's still grinding even now. But the integration and how he has integrated himself from the under 15s to the under 17s. Because, look, the boys that he's coaching now in the under 17s, he's worked with them before.
Yeah.
It's easy for him to say, you know what, now I'm moving a division up. Even if he can go to the DDC, it'll be easier for him because he's used to this. At Mamelodi Sundowns, progression is key. If a 13-year-old comes in today, can he be able to replace a 15-year-old now? If yes, then let's move him. But if not, he doesn't belong.
Yeah.
So progression is key in that team. And for them to be progressive in this manner, it shows that he has adapted. And remember, adaptability again. As a coach, you need that. You need to be adaptive. You need to also be holistic in everything that you do. Whether you are honing your players physically, mentally, technically, or whatever, you need to be used to that.
Adaptability. In your game plan, you need to stick to it. If you're going to say we're building from the back, let's see.
Yes.
So let's take a look at it as to how they build up.
Fullbacks. Here I'm going to touch on fullbacks. Angisamkhumbuli mfana ubani. Number 2, a very, very intelligent boy. He can invert. He can also play out wide.
Ramela.
But this clip shows us that even the left fullback, guys, Mokhale's system is so unpredictable. Fullbacks can get inside and become midfielders. In this instance, a winger switches play to the next flank. And what happens? Already 3 lines have been broken. An easy tap into the goal. Again, systems. Adaptability. This is under 17s. And I've seen a similar goal in the under 15s when you are still there. So it shows that the progression is there. You see, when you watch a certain team play, without even seeing who the coach, you can tell who's coaching there.
How many passes was that?
Less than 5. Less than 5.
And he scored a goal.
There was like a center pass from midfield. Like, what is that?
And uyabona mfethu sike sakhuluma ukuthi ama player lawa asithi kuphela umuntu uzothi hayi ngoba ucoach Sundowns. I mean uMokhale CAF under 15 schools championship. Ufike wayiwina la ngeGauteng, wahamba nabo yalena wayowina. I mean uyacoacha kwiClepham ngiyobukela igame yabo le kwi Champions League le yezikole. Uyacoacha kwiClepham uwinile. So nje.
Yeah, it's a big one.
Big.
Coaches,
huge.
it's a big one. All the visuals proudly brought to you by Visionary Football Solutions. Coscarreño is part of the best coaches. We also have Coach Mohamed Bamji, Fiso Mguni, as well as SLK. It's going to be a big one, but have your say. It's hashtag football on 216. This is where we're not just giving the players their time to shine, we're also giving the coaches. We're coming back now. Well, it's the sport that you certainly care about the most right here on SuperSport Schools. It's Football on 216. I'll be talking all things about the beautiful game, one that is highly opinionated. It is one that we know makes many people cry, other families divide in half. But at the end of the day, we all come together because of the spherical object that we call a football, a soccer ball, if you may. Today, it's nominations across the various positions, the coaches as well as the teams. And now we're going to close it off with the under 13s. The best players, the bikini. Let's go, the best young player, under 13s. We have Mamelodi Sundowns. Mamelodi Sundowns.
Sheehan Singh.
Kathoris Hyper Academy. Let's talk about them. Let's talk with Lizalise.
Lizalise mfethu ukuthi eqeda ukufika from Cape Town. Le yantwana bafethu special. Le yantwana special.
Does he know
Kayibona kayi-1. No, especially yantwana.
Yamlingani kid.
lantwana special yabona mina into engantshela yona yabona leyana special ibhekene lo gama lelo angazi ukwina kwayo lana but likhumbule lo gama lizalise magwaxaza special into engantshela special yo eku black book ifika
Yeah.
fakile so
Same time.
hayi special
Let's talk about Chucks.
Ay, hlumile chakalaka.
Chakalaka Chucks.
Kapstad, Cape Town o le ene kgetse ya motho. You can tell Mamlo Risana se la tlhala sengwe ka mo Kapstad. Go sengwe ka mo Kapstad ka.
Yeah.
So speaking of hlumile chaka bana kgetse ya motho, re monoko under 13, re monoko under 14, we can see the improvement every single time a dlala ntwanela. Like he's improving le ene game in game out. So hlumile chaka ke makalo go mona fa le gore o monate man. So now imagine the combination ya ga hlumile chaka. Magwaxaza.
Are can you sing?
Horror.
Mbotseka sing.
Seeing when I go Katoras Hyper, there's a lot of players still who didn't go under 30, but to be outstanding like Sin,
Yeah.
it shows you the intelligence of the boy, the way he plays in the middle of the park. It's so very intelligent guy, young boy.
When it comes to the Gauteng Development League, obviously, we have various categories. When it comes to the girls, though, we're still working on it. Resai fine-tuned, man. So we're going to call them the under-19s, even though that it's a lot. Gugu Dlamini, UJ, Ogutle Stole, Durban ladies, and Zidlem Kize, Parktown girls.
Ay.
Let's go.
Cookster Cooktown football Davidson 1520 Islam
Ay,
lalela kukudla mini mfethu kuya yonke varsity cup from last year this year uhlale nominated as best player of the tournament kukudla mini bawinile lapha ne UJ with champ of champs kukudla mini ukora amagoli kukudla mini udlalile ku first team kukudla mini ugibele ibhola ku first team ku number 10 ngiyana manyana
Hayi gugu.
ngenze njani
Dlamini okuhle.
Asimiyeke.
Awukwele okuhle.
Uyamazi okuhle Sithole.
Uyamazi.
Into mazana
Usisi wami. Ngiyakutshela wena.
Yamazi okuhle.
Angela Sito.
I remember.
akalifundile lo gama
Angela.
Let's talk about okuhle. Yeah.
Hayi maskela buya ka lebitso la mosala. Okuhle sifiso la mplela di fi di tloga fela lebzi ke noive. Khona into mazana ngifuna uyibheke lebza. Okuhle Sithole. She works like a footballer. That's number 1 nje. Ueme like a footballer. Like a star player. Okuhle. She's got the technique, she's got the skill. Una le ntho ngwe e batla mo player okuhle Sithole. So I'm not shocked or umola. Ene go khutsa go shot nyana so.
na 15
Una 15 ne? Mnandi.
udlala ku-engine
Yes.
engine it's for under 21 besifazane and maqeda lapha azosuka wina
Adlala ku first team.
Yeah.
adlale ku-first team
Adlala ku first team. Under 15.
Kodwa ngikutshela nakuphi kumnandi kwamamkhizi. Kwamamkhizi.
Abadlala kamavovu.
Eklorkop.
How about the professional net eater?
Yeah.
Kazinhle.
Yeah.
Ushapa net kosigela, uyishapa ku Tlorkopo. Anyway kwa yanting, ushapa net.
Double amanet.
Lalela.
Oh man, it's going to be exciting. Let's close it off here with the boys. Best player under 19. It's a tough one. The big boys that we probably will be seeing for the last time this season. Tiago Khan, Sullivan Stevens, and Joshua Taylor Swift. We've already spoken about them, but tell me about Stevens.
Ay, umfana githi ngathi ngaliphasa Selwyn Stevens.
no bengamboni kahle mayiqala
Yes,
isizini
ne ke re ka go botsa.
my like Mamelodi Sundowns ne into engihlale ngisho bafethu yabona ukugibela ibhola ne kwenza iplayer libe
Ne-confidence.
neconfidence useligibela manje confidence yakhe ile phezulu ngimbone kwi-COSAF edlala ku-national team we hayi
Ayekela.
lalela
Momnandi.
khohlwa
Tiago Khan lapha nisamkhulumela?
no asimi
Uyazikhulumela nani?
Hayi inzima leya. Hayi.
One thing about Thiago as well, he can score. Have you seen how calm he is when he's in the 80? The set pieces are panorama. Let Thiago be in the box.
He scored the winning goal ku engine, bra.
And Taylor Swift just got a Taylor.
Moving so swiftly.
Come on. And can I tell you, when you're in a Suzuki Swift, you feel iconic. Clock it.
before sakhuluma ama-nominations
Ay.
congratulations to Itumeleng Kgosigadi
I've been nominated for an award out in Ghana. Young Media Personality of
International.
the Year. It's the Women Africa Choice Awards. I'm so excited. Please do vote. It's up on my social media. Guys, it's not about me though, but do vote. Do vote. Suck it! Oh, guys, that was so sweet. But yeah, guys.
Re female.
Begumnand. Next week, we celebrate the winners.
Yeah.
We know that the class of 25 is also coming up, so people will be honored.
Magumnandi.
Ipinking. It's going to be nice. It's going to be nice. And just like that, it's been another edition of Football on 216, done, dusted, and in the bag. Lebogang Mahume, Sisonguhle, Bonke Simango. And not forgetting, you said you're going to do it for us.
Cutting.
Abaya, abaya, abaya.